The purpose of this video is to show you how to grade problem set 3.1 or problem set 7.1. This grading is a little bit confusing, so hopefully this video will help. So for the total score, you're going to grade your partner's problem set out of 10 points. And problems 8 and 9 are both worth 1 point. So if your partner says, for number 8, if they said the period is 4, you can give them 1 point. For number 9, if they said the period is B, you can also give them the full 1 point. Problem 10 is out of 3 points. So when you get down to problem 10, you're going to give your partner 1 point for having a diagram, an accurate diagram. A quick note about problem 10. So problem 10, technically in the problem, it says that the Ferris wheel is 30 feet off of the ground. So I know some of you I was working with on the problem set, you decided to call this bottom point 30 feet because it's 30 feet up. That's fine if you do that. It's also fine if you just left it as 0 because we didn't really talk about that in class. So as long as you're consistent with your numbers, then that's okay. I decided to just keep it as we learned in class and always just call the ground level 0. Table looks like this. You can pause the video and use this to grade, or you can go to the answer key that's also linked. So 1 point for the diagram, 1 point for the table, and then that third point is going to come from the graph. Really important, make sure your partner has amplitude, period, and midline all labeled on their graph to get the full point. If they drew the graph but they didn't label the features, then you can give them half of a point. And then listing the features like the period, amplitude, and midline. Same thing for 24, you're going to give your partner 3 points in total, 1 point for the picture, the diagram, 1 point for the table, and 1 point for a labeled graph that has the amplitude, period, and midline labeled. Quick note here, I noticed for 24 some of you chose to, instead of using the unit of time in the X here, some of you chose to use rotations or degrees. That's completely fine. So if your partner used a different measurement here, like quarter turn, half turn, 3/4 turn, or degrees of rotation, that's completely fine. Also, time is definitely works as well here. All right, and then 26 and 27 are each worth 1 point. For these two, I'm not going to spend too much time in the video, so you'll want to go and look at the answer key to make sure your partner has kind of these full accurate sentences describing the graphs. And those are each going to be worth 1 point. So again, go check the answer key to make sure your partner, there's definitely possibility, say your partner is good on saying that the position's at 3 o'clock and the wheel is counterclockwise, but then they don't include the fact that it takes the wheel 5 minutes to complete a full rotation, or they don't include the diameter being 40, that would be a situation where they could get half of a point for this problem. But if they have all this information, they get the full point and their final points. Once you give them their accuracy score, go ahead and fill out the peer grading form, like the rubric that you guys are used to, and then you have to submit your scores on the survey to make sure you get credit for your problem set. Please submit the survey for your own problem set and not for your partner's. Okay, thank you.